I don't want to be used by God, and I don't think God wants to use me either, or you. There are these two guys called the Minimalists, and they wrote a book called Love People, Use Things. And after hearing about this, I sometimes wonder, why do Christians still say things and pray things like, God, use me, and I want to be used by God? If the world, who does not even believe in Jesus, can understand this concept of being loved more than being used, we sometimes, I don't think we get it. We don't get that God really wants to love us so much more than he wants to use us. I get what many people say, like, oh, I want to be used by God, but don't you think it would be so much better to be so loved with God that we just overflow his love into our communities, into our workplaces, into any place that God takes us? And I pray that we would be led by God. I pray that we would be trusted by God to partner with him to do what he's calling us to do on this earth. And more than anything, I pray that we would be loved by God, but maybe not used by God. Because funny enough, we don't do that for anybody else. We don't say that about our friends, our family. We never say like, oh, I want to be used by this person. But why do we do that with God? I know that many people who say things like that don't mean it in a bad way, but that's the language that we've been speaking for a long time as Christians. And I do want to do a series of videos of different things that people, as Christians especially, say. Maybe they don't mean it or they don't think about it, but that's the language that we use. And I feel like language is such a powerful thing. So maybe it's time to rethink. And me saying this is not saying that, oh, I know better than anybody else and I know I'd never do any wrong. No, these are things that I've been learning over the years, and I would love to share with you and hopefully give you some perspective or something to think about.